Okay, what we're doing here is attempting to change the control arms, upper control arms on a 2000 Audi S4, a B5 body, and what I'm showing you here is where the car is jacked up, which actually is the trickier part of the job. So someone pointed this out to me on one of the forums where there were pictures, and that's there. The instructions followed were theirs. So what we did was we jacked it up using a floor jack at this point over here. This is kind of a red plastic circle thing. Use the floor jack to raise it there. That seemed to do okay. That plastic's kind of busted up, but I suppose it doesn't matter. And then we stuck the jack stand just inboard of the little flange that the factory jack goes on. So it's right here. That seems to be holding fine. Did the same thing on the other side as well. So jacked up both sides. Okay, first thing to do is to remove the strut stirrup from the lower control arm over there, and that's it's let's see here, what 19 on this side and 18 on the other. The only tricky bit here is that the other side has to be held there with either an open-end 18mm, which I don't have, so I improvised with a universal joint and 3/8" drive and stuff. So here we go. Okay, here's our improvised method of holding the 18mm end in place while my able assistant here is hauling on the other side with a big breaker bar and a 19mm socket. It's not difficult, but to break free at first it's not easy. Okay, it's going now. Okay. Okay, now we're going to try and remove this bolt here, which is what, 16mm on both sides, and separate these ball joints, the upper control arm ball joints, from the strut assembly, so that we can get that entire strut tower out with this. So this entire bolt just comes out, and then there are 3 more bolts up there on the that we have to get to from above, and then the whole thing comes out. Pretty tight. There you go. Right. So we got the nut off, and then you just drive the bolt out. So Bentley Publishers has a video of this as well. In their example, this bolt is completely frozen and he has to cut it off and do weird stuff, but my car is a California car, so it's actually nice and pristine. Besides, this was recently worked on. That is, I had new shocks put on this car. Now the big problem is that the control arms, the bushing and the ball joint are both cracked and broken, so time to replace them. Okay, in order to remove the 3 bolts at the top, we have to move this boot out of the way, which contains some cable. So in order to do that, we have to just remove the 3 screws from the coolant reservoir and move that out of the way. And then that nut is accessible, the bolt is accessible. with a 16mm socket. Yes, and we have two more to go. One's over there and one's over there. Okay, now we're removing the very last bolt, and I'm holding it from down here. Half-inch drive. 1 second. And the idea is once that's completely loose. Yeah, recording. Then I can pull this guy out up from here. It'll work loose, and then pull the whole thing out. Go ahead. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Wait. Oh, fail. We have to pry these things open. Remember?
Oh.
The strut tower comes out, we have to pry the ball joints loose, which with a pry bar is actually quite simple. Putting them back in might be another story, we'll see. So there you go, they come out like that, pop loose, and now the whole thing will come out, I guess.
Oh, hold on to that.
I got it. Yeah, this should have been done before. Okay. Are we good? Okay. So take that out, would you?
Yeah,
I'll, yeah. So you got to work it loose from the bottom. So there it comes out, and there's the wee beastie. Okay.
So this is the front, or this is the right front shock tower. This should be the front side control arm.
Yeah, okay.
Should be.
Yes. And this is the rear control arm. Rear control arm has that
This is rear.
little bumper stop here. Okay.